Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In the past few months or so, I've been dabbling around looking to purchase a business, a franchise model business. The reason why I chose a franchise model business is because, one, I don't know anything when it comes to opening up a business. I know bits and pieces, but I don't know how to actually make it run 100%, fully sustainable, fully operating side of that aspect. There's a lot of trial and error as you go along. So instead of that, I wanted to have a plug-in system, turnkey system or some sort, where everything's there, ready, run for you, from the customer, from the marketing, from the website design, from I guess the brand recognition, and everything that comes with the franchise model. There's a pros and cons in anything. So if you're doing it by yourself, for example, starting up yourself, what I learned is that yes, you need to create a website, which I have no idea how to do. You need to create a marketing, don't know. You need to put some time, effort, and money, and heavily invested in all aspects. That side, I don't know how to do. On the other side, on the other hand, if you're buying a franchise, all of that is created for you. All you got to do is actually doing the physical, whatever aspect of the franchise that you like doing. So yeah, and in those two sides of those, I've been umming and ahhing for it. It's like, I don't know which one to do because I do want to dabble in that aspect of the business. Like on a business side, as a side hustle, for example, and want to earn an income outside of, let's say, a job. And yeah, so far there's a lot of, I guess, mobile type of industries that I'm looking at. For example, where you actually go to the client instead of you opening up a shop, with a lot of overhead that comes with opening up a certain bread and butter, sort of like a industry, let's say, like one section of the industry. So the franchise costing, I've seen various prices between one to another, and the pricing cost of those, it's roughly at about $50,000. And with the prospecting able to earn that back within the first year or something. But that's the reality of business. It's nothing that is out there that is certain. You do not have a certainty that you will earn that. You do not have the certainty that you any business venture, you don't know if you're going to make money or so. Franchise is the same thing. They probably provide you with a cash flow analysis and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it is up to you to make that money, to bring in the clients as well. So not bringing the client, more like, yeah, that. Anyway, so that's what I'm learning so far of thinking of buying a mobile franchise business. So yeah, as a whole, it is something that I'm sort of kind of interested on doing. I want to document my journey, my thought process from here. That it is a scalable business where it's a start with you as a solopreneur, let's say, a solo person doing all of the bits and pieces. And then if you gradually build enough customers, then you can add another person to replace you doing the mundane tasks, and then keep on growing them. It is scalable in the sense of one person should be able to retain whatever the income that you want it to be. You set the hours of operation. It's not set by them as the franchisee. And yeah, so it's a bit of mixed emotion at the moment. Should I open up my own website? And then put marketing. Who do I go for marketing? Who do I spend money with marketing? Who do I go to when it comes to, I guess, building those things? I know the concept of it, but I don't know how to execute that side. The physical doing the job side of it, it's probably the easy bit. It's actually the back end that I'm a bit gray and blurry area. So yeah, And what my wife and I talk about it is the fact that you can do the job. Just do the job first. Maybe figure out the back-end system, as well as the website, as well as creating the SEO, as well as creating the marketing funnel. That once you know the back end is, once you're becoming profitable, we might go independent and do it ourselves. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of learning curve as I go along. I'm sure I will be, there's ebb and flow in any business. There's always ups and downs, and I want to document my journey. So, you know, I went through, let's say, the one sector would be test and tag. What I don't like about that is the amount of driving that you have to do the whole entire Brisbane, let's say, or if not Queensland. It's really big radius. And it's not scalable, because in order for you to scale, you need to hire somebody and give them a training, and the proper training costs quite a significant amount of money. The starting up as well, it's double. It's about $100,000 is the starting cost of owning the test and tag franchise business, and that's quite a lot. So I went down the rabbit hole and looking for around what is the easiest entry. So the second one will be, I guess, home domestic cleaning. However, I don't like doing cleaning, and I don't like going through to people's home from where their private area would be. And I feel like it's a bit intruding, let's say, I feel a bit, I'm not comfortable doing the home domestic cleaning. So that's two. What I'm worried about that is if it's scalable. Yes, it is a scalable business, because one, you can hire someone else to do it. However, what if that person that you're hiring is not being honest and ended up taking things from your client's home or break things in your client's home? And I'm kind of a bit worried about that. So that's number two. And it's a time bound. So let's say you can only do it between, let's say for your, I've got little kids. Let's say you drop off the kids and picking up the kids. So you can only work between 9 to 2. So that gives you, what is that, 9, 10, 11, so 5 hours or so, 5 hours-ish, somewhere around there, to do your physical job. So you can only limit based on that. And client also, they go to work, they want the house clean while they're not at home, and then they want it when you come back home, it's all neat and clean and tidy and whatnot. So you've only got that 5 hour window. For me, that's a little bit time constraint, let's say. And then the other one would be the outdoor services, let's say doing the lawn mowing. The lawn mowing business is actually quite, I guess, sustainable in that aspect of, hey, you're outdoor all the time. You don't require a customer to be at home, but you're going to be outside of the house, not the inside of the house. So that's less, I guess, intruding to going to someone's home or so. Window cleaning outside only, that's another option. Pool care, anything that is outdoor environment. Then it is scalable because you're not going inside the house. Probably you need access to the water if you're doing window cleaning also. And where I realized in Brisbane, there are days that it's going to be really humid. I can't do that days, and sometimes it goes for like months. During our summer months in here, it is unbearable, 40-degree high humidity, and it is very sticky and wet. Right now it's great. Right now we're going into, what are we in? Put it this way, this is the cooler months. So it's pretty good to do this type of outdoor care. However, the grass is not going any higher. It's not as frequent that you're going to do those businesses, let's say. Didn't want to do that because it's too much in the outdoor. There's another one that I'm looking at elsewhere as a dog cleaning. So dog cleaning is you go around to people's home with their pet, you do dog grooming or so. But the problem, again, I'm not an animal person. So there's all of these things that I put limitation on what I cannot do, and realizing there's an aspect of the job that I kind of need to be, that I kind of like and I kind of don't like. So I chose, out of all of them, we're looking at probably be laundry services, where you pick them up, do the laundry, as well as you dry them and you fold them. So that's one SKU product. So we're looking at doing that possibly soon. The reason why that is not only the price point is sort of got us, first of all, the starting cost is roughly about $25,000, and plus equipment, which is the equipment roughly about $2,500, call it $25,000-$30,000 upfront. So overall, it's scalable because one machine possibly be able to do roughly about 3 to 4 load, and within that amount, and 3 or 4 load, let's assume that one customer you charge them $100. So this possibility you can do about $300 to $400 per day, averaging with the picking up, and then you do the physical job, which is just you put them in the washing machine, you dry them up, you put it in the dryer, and then you fold them. That's it. So that's the simple concept of it. And then the next one will be you can add additional product, which is I guess bed sheets hire for the host of Airbnb, for example, or if not towel hire, and linen hire as well. The other aspect would be, the next one would be ironing, which that you can do sort of at home. So that's the concept of pick up, drop off, as well as wash, dry and fold is sort of got me, because if you can do one machine, it can take between 3 to 4 load per day. That means if you have more, it's scalable because you can have multiple machines doing it all in one time. So that's number 2. Number 3 is the fact that you can hire someone and they don't have to see the customer. You can still see the customer, and they just do the washing up bit or the folding up bit. So there's that. That's again the scalable side of that. Or you can be hands off, whereas they're picking up, they do the washing, they do the drying, they do the folding, and you pay them per load, let's say, or per bag of whatever it is that you agreed upon. So that side of it is the scalable side. You can have multiple machines. Let's say if one machine can produce you about 4 load per day, let's say you charge them $100 per load, let's say. So that means you can make about $400 in one day, and then repeat that. And if you have multiple, let's say you have 2 washing machines, having 2, so that means you can do 8 load per day, which is $800 in the condition that you're charging them at $100 per load. And yeah, that's my sort of thought process. I went through the rabbit hole, actually looking at the numbers, going through a couple of different franchises out there, having a chat with a few of them, having a chat with a franchisor who's going to teach you how to run the business and whatnot. They're being honest in the sense of, look, some days you're only going to be earning about $200, but some days you can make about $2,000. It's just depending on what the client want and need, and depending on the service that you're going to give them. So if you can do more services, obviously the more that you can actually earn. Now, I went to a lot of forums or so and looking around of, yes, the service there's a pros and cons, I guess, in every single product or services or businesses that you're looking at doing. Franchise might be not a good model, stepping stone or so, but this is just my diary. This is just me showing you my thought process, why I actually went to this route. And yeah, probably in the next few months or so, we're starting this on the side. I'm looking at this as a side hustle. So I'm still keeping my full-time job and doing this on the side, maybe on the weekend, maybe at night, maybe after work and whatnot. So there's that aspect of it. And then if I want to turn it on throughout full-time, then I might be able to consider to work part-time and do this full-time. So one way or another or so. But yeah, that's just my update at the moment. So hopefully these videos can help you guys any way possible when it comes to deciding personal finance, opening a business, doing a laundromat, buying a franchise and whatnot. Like, who knows, it might be great, it might be not, and I'm going to go through to you the ins and out of it as I go along with it. If you like this type of content, guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and I will see you on the next video.